welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about mindfulness and everything to do with mindfulness, how I've used mindfulness just to improve my overall sense of self, my overall sense of life, my happiness, how I've deepened my spirituality through mindfulness. So I would like to give you a definition of what I believe mindfulness is. I'm not going to read one out. I'm just going to say what I think it is. I believe that mindfulness is observation and stillness. They're my two main things that I feel like mindfulness is. I think to get deeper into mindfulness, you have to be able to observe your thoughts. So that is like my first thing with mindfulness, is if you are not aware of your thoughts, if you are not aware of how to observe your thoughts, you end up allowing your thoughts to define you, or you start to identify with them. And I think the main message, I think, of this entire video is just going to be about how to be mindful. What do we mean when we say mindful? I believe that to be mindful, you have to be aware. Now, how do we develop self-awareness? We develop self-awareness from our experiences, from what we experience in our physical reality, and then we internalize that, and that becomes our internal self, that becomes our internal, the way we view ourselves, the way we view others, our thoughts, our opinions, everything starts to happen because of our physical reality. So awareness comes from experiencing, and then awareness comes from internalizing it. That is why experience is so important, because when you put yourself into experiences or push yourself out of your comfort zone, that is where you grow, and that is when you start to learn and self-reflect on yourself. If you never put yourself out of your comfort zone, you would never know what it felt like to really understand yourself and understand why you do things, your motives, your reasons, your intentions, your behavior. Everything is to do and stems with self-awareness. So for me, mindfulness is how we quiet that mind, how we quiet the ongoing thoughts in our mind. Wow, now I think about this is a really stripped back video. It's really vulnerable. Okay. Second thing is stillness. So when we are still, we are a vessel. What I mean by a vessel is we then open ourselves up to divine guidance. We open up ourselves to just divine support. If we were always on the go, we never internalized experiences, we never put ourselves out of our comfort zone, we just never do anything, we tend to become less aware of our being, and we think more in terms of doing. There's this quote that says, why do we think so much in terms of doing? Why not think in terms of being? And that really changed the way that I thought about mindfulness, my thoughts. I started to realize that's so true. Why am I thinking so much in terms of doing when I can think in terms of being, and what I'm actually, how I feel in my being, how I feel at my core. We just had full moon in Pisces, and I'm a Pisces, so I kind of got hit emotionally with a lot of feelings yesterday, and I just had this moment where I had to be still. I had to sit with myself and be completely and utterly alone, and really feel through whatever was coming up. And that can be hard, that can be weird, but when you're not still, you cannot connect with yourself. How can you have a deeper connection with yourself when you aren't taking the time to be still? So if you're struggling with mindfulness and you're just I can't get my mind to slow down, I keep having lots of thoughts, overthinking, try your hardest to go into a stillness. If you find it hard being alone and you don't like being alone, do it in a public place, people watch. go to like a cafe, a bar, a restaurant, an open space where there's lots of people, and just observe. Become the observer for a day and see how it feels. If it feels uncomfortable, if you're an extrovert, it might feel uncomfortable at first because you might be like, I don't know I don't know how to do this. But I promise you, once you start to do it, your mind becomes your friend, which is an interesting friendship, but it's the most important, because the most important relationship you'll have in your life is with yourself. So observe your thoughts, be an observer, allow stillness to flow into your life, and if there's discomfort there, like go into your discomfort, like go into what makes you uncomfortable, and that is how you will achieve more of a mindfulness state. My fourth thing, I think it's fourth thing. This was such a spontaneous video. I did not plan this video. I just had this urge that I had to talk today. So bear with me. My fourth thing is mindfulness coloring. Now that may seem a bit out of somebody's comfort zone or not really familiar. You know, you associate coloring with something you did when you were younger, or something that, I don't know, that's just not within your everyday life. But recently I have started to make coloring like my everyday activity, and instead of meditation, which I've been doing quite a lot of, I wanted to do something a little bit different. And I found this beautiful mindfulness journal that I bought about a year ago, and it's full of quotes and illustrations and just the most beautiful book that just, as soon as I open it, I feel calmer. And that is such an important aspect to it, is like, as soon as I open the pages, I start to feel this calmness come over me, and I'm like, I need this book. Like, this book is so important. And I color in it every single day. I read the quotes, I see the colors. It gives you small exercises to do. Grab yourself a mindfulness journal or some kind of journal, because I guarantee you, when you allow yourself to just color, to do something that your inner child would want to do something that is just mindfulness, like that's mindless, that has no outcome, that's just completely and utterly just makes you think in terms of being and not doing, you lower your stress levels and anxiety levels and any levels that are like raised, and you just like come back to yourself and you feel calmer and stiller. And that is where you are mindful, because as I'm coloring, I start to have thoughts, like thoughts start popping up, and I see them as just like, now I just see them and I don't associate them with me. I just see all this mental activity as just something else. I don't take it in and identify with it, and that is the main cause of a lot of deeper emotions, is we internalize it. Why not just let it flow? Why not just let it happen and just ride it and do it like an activity while you're having these thoughts. Another thing is meditation. Obviously, meditation, a lot of people see it as like you're just closing your eyes, you're sat there, you're not doing anything. Again, we think in terms of doing. We've been taught to think in terms of doing, but really meditation is stillness in its highest form. Like, if you can become still with meditation, even a guided meditation, and you can just allow your mind to wander and not attach to it, how powerful is that? Like, you have so much more power than ever when you can let your mind wander and not attach to it. Like, what an amazing thing, and how powerful you can be to not allow it to affect you. So yeah, thank you for your patience with me. I'm not feeling like 100%, and I did this on such a spontaneous moment. I was just like, I need to film this, I need to get this out. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are. And yeah, love and kisses. Bye.